My fingers tense first. I don't think anything yet. They just grab, like something slipped and I missed it. Someone says a decision out loud, casual, already finished. My name doesn't show up in the sentence. There's this half second where I'm still included. Then, no. That window closes. I feel it shut. My neck gets hot. I tug at my shirt like it's suddenly too tight, even though it fit 5 minutes ago. I tell myself not to react. I don't want my face to do anything embarrassing without permission. There's a sting, short, sharp. It lands, then waits, almost polite, like it's asking what I'll do next. People think confidence means not feeling this. That's wrong. I feel it immediately. I just don't move yet. My breath gets careful, smaller, like I'm trying not to take up more space than I already have. I check faces, not obviously, just enough to see if anyone noticed me noticing. I want to say something. No. Wait. I don't even know what I'd say. That's the problem. The word excluded flashes, then insignificant. I don't like either, so I don't touch them yet. My body's busy, rubbing, pressing. It's trying to do math faster than my brain can keep up. I lean away, just a little. Not sulking, more like creating a buffer. Temporary, I think. A question forms. Did they forget me? And I immediately scold myself for even asking it. This part isn't dramatic. It's annoying. It itches. It won't leave, but it's not loud enough to justify reacting. I almost interrupt. My mouth opens, closes. Nobody notices. That somehow makes it worse. My balance feels off. Like the floor moved a centimeter and didn't warn me. I remind myself this doesn't mean anything, not yet. I repeat that because repetition feels like control. I pick a detail to stare at. A crack, a stain, something neutral that won't ask questions back. The moment stretches. Nobody's attacking me. Nobody's apologizing either. That middle space is loud. I tell myself I'm fine. That word feels thin. I keep it anyway. It's better than nothing. Crossing my arms feels defensive. So I stop. Now I don't know where to put them. This is the exact point where stories usually start. I feel the urge. I don't take it. Yet. I sit up, pretend nothing shifted. My body doesn't fully believe me, but it cooperates. The sting fades a little. Not gone, just quieter, waiting to see what I'll turn it into. I keep replaying one afternoon. Same chair, same room. The air was stale. I remember that first. I'm sitting there, already tired. Not dramatic tired. The kind that shows up in your posture before your thoughts. They're talking logistics. Names, times, plans. I'm present. Technically, my body's here. That's it. Someone says, "We decided earlier." That's the phrase, earlier. My stomach tightens at that word. I rewind the last week in my head. Every conversation, every pause, looking for the moment I missed. Maybe I was unclear. Maybe I didn't sound interested enough. That idea lands first. It usually does. I start negotiating with the memory. If I'd spoken sooner, louder, different tone, anything. No one's being cruel. That's what makes it worse. There's nothing obvious to push against. I tell myself this is normal. People decide things. Life moves. That sentence feels rehearsed. My attention drifts to the table. Scratches. Old marks. I trace them like they might explain something. They keep talking. I'm nodding at the right moments. Muscle memory. I've done this before. There's a window where I could ask. Just ask. I feel it open. Then I let it close. I don't want to sound needy. That word shows up uninvited and sits heavy in my chest. The chair makes noise when I move. Too loud. I freeze again. Even sound feels risky now. A different thought creeps in. Maybe they assumed I wouldn't care. That one stings longer. I study my hands, veins, nails. Ordinary. Nothing about them looks optional or forgettable. This is where the story starts forming. Not loud yet. Just outlines, shapes without names. I lean in, pretending engagement. My chest feels hollow when I do it, like there's less behind it. I think about saying, I would have liked to be part of that. The sentence feels too exposed, so I don't say it. I keep my face neutral. That neutrality costs more energy than speaking would. The room blurs slightly, not dizzy, just distant, like I've stepped half a pace back from myself. I organize what's in front of me. Papers, objects, anything concrete that doesn't have opinions. Someone looks at me. I nod a second late. That delay feels louder than words. This is the moment I start shrinking the memory, telling myself it wasn't that important anyway. But my body doesn't buy it. It stays tense, holding on to the part I'm already trying to erase. The sharp part wears off. Not relief, just fatigue. My body gets heavy before my thoughts slow down. I press my hands into my eyes, not hard enough to hurt, just enough to feel something solid. Breathing turns automatic again. That's how I know the panic's done arguing. What's left isn't pain, exactly. It's emptiness with edges. Flat, quiet, hard to describe. My legs move slower now, like the message finally reached them and they're disappointed too. I stop managing my posture. Let it collapse a little. No one seems to care either way. There's still a thought looping, but it's tired. It keeps asking why, without expecting an answer. I check the time. Not to leave. Just to confirm this moment is actually happening. The urge to explain myself fades. Even internally, explaining takes energy I don't have. My head leans back. The ceiling's boring. I like that about it. This is where the difference shows up. I notice I wasn't included. I just stopped chasing it. The sting didn't mean I was nothing. It meant I noticed. That's it. Nothing else follows. I look at them again. They're still themselves. Not villains. Not saviors. Just busy. That realization doesn't feel empowering. It feels boring. And somehow, that helps. My body adjusts for comfort instead of defense. That switch happens quietly. I feel older in this part. Not wiser. Just less interested in turning this into a trial. The story I almost told myself loses momentum. It slumps. Starts missing details. I let the moment be unfinished. That's harder than proving something, but quieter. There's still a hollow spot. I don't patch it. I don't label it either. This isn't confidence. Confidence has posture. This is something lower effort than that. I plant my feet. Feel the floor again. Weight returns to places it left earlier. Nothing resolves. The moment just drains. Leaves residue, not a lesson. Silence stretches without pressure now. It doesn't ask me to perform inside it. I'm still aware I was skipped. I just don't build scaffolding around it. What remains isn't hurt. It's a low hum. Manageable. Easy to carry for now. I don't resolve anything. That's the first thing I notice. No click, no internal agreement. Just still here. There's a temptation to call this growth. I don't. That word asks for too much proof. I imagine leaving. Not dramatically. Just standing up when it's over and going somewhere quiet. My breath catches for a second. Old habit. I let it pass without correcting it. This isn't acceptance the way people talk about it. There's no relief baked into it. I'm still aware of the gap. The choice made without me. That part stays factual. What changes is I stop asking what it says about me. That question finally runs out of fuel. I let the silence sit on my chest without translating it. No metaphor. Just wait. There's a moment where I almost feel sad. Then it flattens. That's fine too. I'm not proving resilience. I'm conserving energy. There's a difference. The urge to be seen about this fades. I don't need witnesses for the feeling. They keep talking. The world keeps choosing. That doesn't stop just because I noticed it. I stay. Not out of strength, out of inertia. That honesty feels cleaner. If I'm honest, I don't feel bigger than this moment. I feel my exact size. That turns out to be enough to keep sitting here without collapsing into stories. I hear words, but I'm not collecting them anymore. They pass through. The body still reacts. That never goes away. I just don't argue with it now. This isn't confidence. Confidence wants to stand taller than necessary. This is closer to neutrality, not the peaceful kind, the functional kind. I don't need to reframe what happened. It already happened. That's enough context. The sting doesn't disappear. It just stops demanding attention every second. I don't feel included. I also don't feel erased. Both things can be true. There's a small quiet here. Not comforting, not threatening, just empty. I stay in that quiet longer than usual. Long enough to notice my own breathing again. Nothing resolves. The moment doesn't teach me anything. It just ends.